Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your favorite beer hipster, Kyle the IPA Master, finally back with the review for you. But today, I'm not reviewing your ordinary IPA. No, no, no. This IPA is full of rage. And that is from my favorite brewery of all time, the Millennial Brewing Company. And today, I'm going to be reviewing their Triggered Karen's Bitching IPA, which is clocked in at 8.7% alcohol by volume. I've taken my notes from the brewery itself. So here's the can. Really awesome artwork. Triggered Karen's Bitchin' IPA. You know, it's got the famous quotes that Karens and feminists are known for, such as "men are all the same." "Let me talk to your manager." That's a famous one from them. "I'm a feminist," and it's even got a picture, a well-descripted picture of what your typical Karen looks like. Bitching, lopsided haircut, probably with unnatural hair colors. And it is, again, 8.7% alcohol by volume. But before we crack this bad boy open, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to assume its gender. Don't cancel me now. Sorry about that. So the beer is from the Millennial Brewing Company, and this is their Triggered Karen's Bitching IPA, clocked in at 8.7% alcohol by volume. There was also a description on the website for the beer, and I'm going to read it to you right now. "This is one IPA you can for sure hear across the grocery store aisle. With bold, juicy hints of cherry, entitlement, feminism, and unnatural hair colors, this beer will have you throwing tantrums like an obese slut with the weird haircut asking for the manager in no time. Triple hopped, but full of rage like your average fat purple-haired feminist that blames men for them ending up single and unfuckable. Enjoy." And if you want to pause and read that, that is from the Millennial Brewing Company's description of the beer. Enough talking. Let me hit my vape here and we'll get on with the review. Clouds. All right. So, I got the proper glassware for this beer. A beer mug. Let's crack it open and see what Triggered Karen's Bitching IPA has to offer. Let's open this bitch up. Right off the bat, I can smell the unnatural hair color. So, let's pour it in here. A lot of carbonation. A little hazy, but nothing too wild. All right. Dump it into the can. Lots of head. Look at that head. That is amazing. It's got the unnatural hair color to go with it, just like the typical Karen that this beer is brewed for. Now let's go in for the aroma. Oh, right off the bat, getting very, very strong notes of that cherry. It hits you right in the nose as soon as you stick your nose into the goddamn beer. Oh, yeah, and you can also smell that entitlement, too, that says, "Hey, let me talk to your manager," as soon as you dip your nose right into the glass. Also getting hints of a little bit of feminism as well. You can smell the "I blame men for my problems because I can't take accountability for being a fat, unlovable bitch." You can really smell that, too. And there's also a little bit of that old sneaker smell, like an average fat Karen has, because they never wash their feet and they sell their feet on their OnlyClams. So let's go in for a sip. All right, off the bat, smooth finish. You definitely get the cherry up front. You can almost taste the artificial hair coloring in it as well, like a typical Karen. This beer definitely reminds me of something that a Karen would drink because it's fruity, it's hoppy, and it's right in your face asking to talk to your manager. I can't say more or less on that. And the carbonation tickles your tongue like a back massager on an OnlyFans worn out pussy. That's what it feels like, the carbonation. It goes down smooth, like a prostitute trying to find her welfare check. This is a pretty good beer so far. Again, that carbonation, it tickles your tongue. Like, you know, when you go down on an obese woman and she has pussy hair and it tickles your tongue, that's what the carbonation feels like. There's also another taste that I'm trying to let my taste buds calculate. Let's go in for another sip here. Yeah. Also getting a bit of Vagisil in there as well. You know, the lotion and douches that women use to clean out their smelly snatch. Getting a hit of Vagisil in there too. Also getting a taste of wet panties in there. You know, like when you lick a granny's discharge crusted panties and it's like real tangy. Getting that on the aftertaste. Now I'm going to do what every beer connoisseur aficionado does, and that is we take a sip, swish it around, spit it into the glass, and sip it again to get all the flavors all at once. Cheers. All right. So overall, it has that cherry flavor, crusty granny panties with discharge, entitlement, feminism, and even the artificial hair dye, like the fat feminist Karens dye their hairs. There's even a little bit of hint when I did the last swish, spit, and sip. A very hoppy. That the hops are so strong in this. Let's rate the burp on a scale of 1 to 10. And then when you burp, you get more of that vaginal discharge taste, like you smashed your face into an obese Karen's cooter. And even it has a little bit of that sweaty sneaker taste to it. Oh yeah. And when you swish it around, you kind of get that from the hoppy bitterness in this. Kind of like you just tongue punched a fat Karen's fart box. Like literally stuck your tongue in her shitter and licked her sweaty asshole with a hint of that sweaty sneaker in there. Wow, I am amazed by this beer. So many flavors. Amazing. Now let me try to describe the smell for those that missed out on the aroma. So I got to stick my nose into the glass, get some on my nose to tell you what I'm smelling. So oh yeah. All right. Sorry, I got beer in my nose because real beer connoisseurs sniff the beer before they sip it. So on the smell, again, the smell, you can smell the cherry, you can smell the sweaty sneaker pussy juice aroma from the hops, you know, and when I say pussy juice, I mean from a fat woman's cunt is what it tastes like, a fat Karen's cunt. And it also has that sweaty sneaker, sweaty cunt hair, artificial hair dye taste to it as well on the smell. Like you can literally smell the taste. It's amazing. This beer is definitely refreshing after you licked the pussy of an obese Karen with purple hair. But who am I kidding? Who would go down on a purple haired Karen unless you were paid a lot of money or it was a practical joke and you were blindfolded and you didn't know she was a fat, grimy bitch like a typical Karen feminist? But other than that, this beer is delicious. Now let's see if the flavors complement the vape. Cheers. Oh yeah, this definitely goes great when you're vaping. This is definitely a beer that you enjoy while you're vaping. So it tastes amazing, very hoppy, very sweaty, sneaker kind of taste. And you can taste the flow of the obese Karen unnatural dyed hair pussy scent. That's kind of what you can taste in this beer when you pair it with the vape. It really brings out the dyed pussy hair taste. So overall, I'm going to say that I absolutely recommend Triggered Karen's Bitching IPA. It will have you asking for the manager, without a doubt. So now we're going to take the final sip, and we're going to see if this beer is buyable. Like, would I go back and buy more of this beer? Cheers. Got to do a cheers. So with its entitlement, sweaty feminist pussy, obese Karen pussy aromas, and sweaty sneaker hoppiness, I'm going to say that the Triggered Karen's Bitching IPA is a 10 out of 10. The hop aroma is amazing. So many aromatics within this beer that I can't even name all of them. Besides sweaty sneaker, obese, unnatural, hair-dyed Karen pussy aroma. This is a good beer. Definitely for after you mow the lawn or after you shave your balls because you fucked that fat Karen feminist and her fucking pussy juice got stuck to your dick and made your dick stick to your thighs. This is the type of beer for that activity. And for being 8.7% alcohol by volume, because, I can't handle domestic beers because I'm Kyle the IPA master. This beer is, without doubt, the most satisfying IPA that I have ever had. And the can, even with all the beer gone out of the can, you still get that fat, unnatural hair-colored feminist pussy smell. Yeah, a little bit of tuna in there too, because, they don't clean their coochies. Even out of the can, it's very sweaty, sneaker hoppy. So yeah, I'm going to give Triggered Karen's Bitchin' IPA from the Millennial Brewing Company a 10 out of 10, and I would buy this beer again. Even though the sweaty feminist pussy bull dyke taste, I'm joking, not a bull dyke. I mean, most feminists are bull dykes, but let's say if one of those feminist bull dykes actually would shut her fucking mouth and actually let a guy go down on her pussy, she'd stop being a bitch and her pussy would probably taste better. That's what I like about this beer. The sweaty sneaker pussy taste is amazing, and the hops really back it up with that entitlement and the feminism. This is definitely quite a beer that a lot of feminists would blame men for drinking. And when I say they blame men, they blame men for the reason why they're single moms who are fat as fuck and no one wants to fuck them, because it's true, they're ugly. But this beer ain't ugly. It's delicious, and I recommend it 10 out of 10. Beer Advocate said this beer was no good. Well, that's because they drink shitty, overhopped West Coast IPAs. I think they were going for more of a juicy IPA because when you swallow it, it's juicy. That's what she said. Oh, can't make that joke because Karen here might get triggered and say that all of us men are pigs when they look like pigs themselves. Well, guys, this has been my review on the Millennial Brewing Company's Triggered Karen's Bitching IPA. Good beer, check it out, and as always, if you like these IPA reviews, make sure you give a thumbs up and leave a comment on your favorite video. Now, I know that the older videos are no longer around because YouTube has a stick up their ass, and I think it's ran by Karens anymore. But I will still review these IPAs because the Millennial Brewing Company makes great beers. So yes, this has been Kyle the IPA Master with my review on Triggered Karen's Bitching IPA from the Millennial Brewing Company. You guys have a great day and keep chugging IPAs. See y'all in the next one.